Insanity. Let the children sing. Mo 3 times. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Talking shit, getting clicks. My dog don't want to leave. Oh, all right. Great week we got. Great show we about to have. Like, I'm predicting, like, this might be a classic. This might be a classic. As long as everything's working. I'm not even doing the camera. I'm not even doing the camera anymore. That's my jam. Oh, man. All right, let's get into it. Yeah. Talking shit, getting clicks. It's the We Live show. I was supposed to send somebody a link to the show. Where's my phone? Gone. Okay, got you. Sending a link to this show. Bear with me. It's live, craziness. All right. Let me turn it down just a little bit. We're going too crazy. Yo, all right. Yo, so I got a beautiful Ramid's in the building, podcast in the building, main lines in the building. What's good? Yo, I am glad you guys are here. Caro in the house. Yo, I'm glad you guys are here. Because it's going to be an amazing show. Let me send this link. Somebody want to link. I won't be, I got to get this. I got to get it together. All right, let me send this a group chat. Mamas want to hear. Bam. Yeah, I've had a crazy week. I believe we probably all have had a crazy effing week. And that's what's up. We are here right now. And you know what? It's not even over yet. We're halfway there. That's right. It's Wednesday. It's effing hump day. I had to move the show. I loved Friday's Eve, but I also love Thursday night football. I'm in a fantasy league. There is a lot of responsibility, and I'm here on Wednesday. So I appreciate you guys moving over with me and hanging out with me. Mad appreciations. Yeah. I wonder. Oh, there it is. That works. Do I got emotes? Emotes are on. All right, we got the chat select on. I could probably let the chat select run a little bit. Let's get this right. Guys, I've been recording some recorded shows about some subjects that I like and I enjoy, and I like to do the editing, get my editing skills up. So that's what I've been really, really working on. So that's why I'm not on camera right now. Not that I don't look, because I just got him shaped. I took the beard down just a little bit for you. All right, so tonight, let me go back. The show is called Every Man for Himself, aka Smorgasbord. What is a smorgasbord? Here's the definition. It's just a buffet offering a variety of tastes. Now think like what's that movie called? The M. Night Shyamalan movie, Signs. Remember in Signs, at the end of Signs, like before the aliens get there and everything like that, Mel Gibson turns to everybody, Joaquin and everybody that's in the movie, and he's like, yo, like, what do you guys want for dinner? Basically, like, it's our last meal, and they're all like, yo, I want this, I want French toast, I want pancakes, I want lasagna, I want meatballs, I want fried chicken, and he's like, yo, whatever, excellent choice, and he makes all this different food, and he puts all this food together, everybody sits around the table, and it's like a little buffet, it's a smorgasbord. AKA Every Man for Themselves. And the reason why I came up with this title is because I was thinking about my mama. And it would be a Wednesday that she would come in and she would be like, listen, we're having a smorgasbord tonight. Every man for himself. And I thought that was quite fitting for today because it's like Wednesday, and it would be like a Wednesday when she would do it. You know, we'd be having practices or whatever, and then she would cook like on Sunday, and then she probably like cook something on Tuesday, so there still be leftovers from Sunday and then Tuesday or whatever somebody brought home on Monday, and then we just get it. We, you know, kind of like a you know, clear that refrigerator out. I can't rely on the buttons. Oh, that's not gonna work today. All right, so with that came to mind. That's why I named it Every Man for Himself. But also, it's named Every Man for Himself, aka Smorgasbord, because we got a smorgasbord of topics going on tonight. You know what I mean? And then I just see a lot of selfishness going on. Every man for himself, you know? I'm talking about like greed. I'm talking about waste. I am talking about treachery. I mean, these are like unholy pillars of a world built on a lie of every man for himself. I need a boo sound effect. Right? I think we've been sold like a narrative of like a narrative that survival depends on trampling others or hoarding wealth and betraying like a shared humanity. I know I'm getting deep. I am getting deep. But I think history shows us that an approach leads only to destruction. You know, I think that approach really leads to destruction. Insane. Oh, do I got? I don't even know. Hold on. I think I'm lying. I can hear Love calling for Django outside. She must be giving him trouble. Is everybody in here? Because I'm trying to look at my own live stream here and I can't see it. I can't see my own. Right? Thank you. The power is not in my beautiful eyebrows, Dave. Or my beautiful face. It's in my voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I'm late on the chats, but it's like right in my face. Tormenta.
Many people know them as the jump out boys in their city.
That's insane. I'm having streaming issues. I can't connect to my own stream. Am I streaming? Am I in here? You guys in here? Here we go.
Y'all killing me with this.
There we go. All right. So, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For instance, what was I just looking at? I can't stand when I do this. Like, look at this crazy footage here. This is from yesterday. But like, I've been just running live footage in the background, you know? And just if I rewind back a little bit in the beginning, like this thing was on fire. Look at those bombs dropping. But that's not the thing. Like, I think the history shows us that, yeah, the approach to every man for themselves kind of leads to this type of destruction. For instance, this conflict in the Middle East that I'm showing you, the Israeli, Palestine, and Lebanon, you know, they're locked in a cycle of violence. And I'm going to go ahead and point this out that I think it's greed for the land and power, you know, and it makes waste. And that's the countless lies, not lives, lives, and treachery from outside influence. I think they've only began to deepen the wounds. This is sad to me right here. Like, it's like the illusion that each side must, like, act for itself. I think that fuels a fire. And that fire's been burning for generations. And as a waste, you waste a potential for peace. I'm lamenting here. Now, I think closer to home, I think we see same toxic mindset in the outlawing of maybe a affirmative action in schools. You know, I had previous shows, Asian students upset. They're like, yo, we're doing everything that's on this list. Why aren't more of us in here? Right? But even that came at a cost. Yeah. It's like, I think it's a denial of the shared responsibility that we have to lift each other up. I think it's a betrayal of the idea that a society is stronger when it fosters an equality of opportunity. And by saying only the strongest survive or every man for himself, we waste the talents and dreams of those held back by systemic barriers, perhaps. Right? And then I say collectively, we act as if their struggles don't matter. And we have some topics that surround this very theme of greed for privilege, the waste of potential, and treachery disguised as fairness. That's what we face. All right. Anyway, I believe that the truth is no man thrives alone. I don't think any nation thrives alone. And when we forget this, I think we fall into a deeper abyss of waste, of greed, of treachery. Why did I have to hit that button? I be going and I gotta hit that button.
Emotionally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been.
Right now I'm feeling damn low.
Emotionally.
All right, stop that. Anyway, I think we don't want to drag the rest of the world with us. But, check me out.
First up,
Talking shit, getting clicks. We're gonna get into it. All right, let me look at the chat. What's good, everybody? See everybody getting their holas and hellos and howdy doos on. It's good. We're on Wednesday. It's a hump day. And you know what? I think it's awesome because I get to be like one of those little boosts. You ever play like RC Pro-Am? You hit those that spike strip? Not the spike strip, but the little boost strip. Or you're playing Mario Kart. You hit that little boost. It's trying to boost you to get you to that weekend. So we all can be together again.
that's because Jesus Christ is my...
Yeah, so what's going on? Oh, yo, plus, let me tell you what. My personal Instagram algorithm is bananas.
Groovy.
I'm not bragging, but it's bananas. When I go through a reel or a story and everything that comes to me is amazing. Like, if you go, like, I already know. All right, I got the regular talking, getting Instagram, whatever. My personal one is popping. I wish my talking was like that, but my personal one is a cultivation of concoction, a cacophony of craziness. And I want to share some of these crazy things with you. I shared something. I mean, I just saved it. Yo, one time I went through I messed with my algorithm. I think I was telling you guys this a couple weeks ago. I messed with my algorithm, and for one straight hour, at least every other video was a video about P. Diddy. Like, I saved so many just to show you guys. We could go through an hour on that. We're not going to do that though. We're not going to do that tonight. We got some things to talk about. I'm just letting y'all get in there. I'm trying to be like concise with this because I start rambling, and next thing you know, we're an hour and 30 in, and nobody knows what the hell's going on over here. Plus, yeah, let me tell you what. All right, I'll share some of my scrolls with you. ADHD. That's what I should name the show, ADHD, because it's crazy. I'm all over the place. All right. So I got the crazy scrollers. We can rock with that. Also, like over the weekend, my next door neighbor came in, Miss Debbie. Let the children sing. Miss Debbie was in the house. And she came over in the spirit of drinking spirits, if you will. She tries to get me out of the shell, if you will, because I don't want to get down there. But I had some Japanese whiskey from the weekend before. And then she keeps a bottle of whiskey in my shed. My neighbor does that. She keeps a bottle over, so when I'm over, she can be like, yo, let's take shots, and I don't have no reason to be like, no. And so she does that. So she came by, we had some shots, she was wilding out. She was supposed to come on before, we're gonna talk Trump. That's behind us. We can't do that. But we did have a little conversation, and honestly, I think we might have to like co-host the show. Should I do? I'm gonna give it to you now, because hell, I've wasted your time already with my jibba jabba. Yo, I'm just gonna give you a taste. I'm gonna give you a. How many minutes are we in? Yeah. All right, we're for a whole 15 minutes. I've been talking for 15 minutes already. Sorry, I'm still a little congested. All right. Oh man, love, hit the cheese, and I'm just gonna give you a snippet of our conversation. I recorded around 50 minutes, like just under 50 minutes of conversation with this lady. And I'm going to give you, actually, damn, we went an hour and a half. I'm going to give you a midway through taste. Like I can promise you this. I can click anywhere on this recording and some crazy shit is getting said. I had to go through and just choose this spot because it was profane. It's profane, it's offensive, and it's funny, like throwback funny. And some people may not think it's funny, and I think that's why I gotta give you a little taste. With that said, I take full responsibility because I'm hitting play. Fuck it. Oh man. Oh, hold on. Oh. We gotta turn this down. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds. Just about. She might be saying some crazy shit. I don't know.
Get out of the oven. I want to fuck Betty Lee up.
Betty Lee, Bear.
First Betty Lee.
Bev, Kathy.
And Bear.
And Bear. And what is Bear?
Piece of shit.
I shouldn't do that.
Piece
But I
of
did.
shit. Ghetto motherfucking black man.
Oh my God, you're supposed to say Negro.
Piece of Negro.
Oh my God, I don't know. All right, that's kind of rough at the end.
I got black in me. So
Let's hear it.
I got black in me, so I don't give a fuck what people say. Fucking
Like what type of black? Like what you cannot say I have black at me.
I do.
Drop N-bombs with that face.
Well, why not?
You got the face of a Quincy Ocha.
White fucking bitch that doesn't like fucking black people. I love black people.
Yeah.
I have you as a
I know
black
you do.
child. I teach you as a black child. I have your wife as a black child.
But hold on.
Fuck everybody how they think.
Oh my God, we're going. Yo, I think Django just clapped for you.
Jingo's clapping for mom and
He
dad.
just clapped for you.
Yeah, because he knows I fucking speak the truth.
All right, so what type of people
speak the truth. If they don't like it, go fuck themselves.
You speak your truth. That's probably the best way I would go about saying it.
I get that, baby. But you know what? I ain't taking people's shit. I might be old, but I don't fucking care.
I mean, I think the older you get, the less apt you're to take shit.
And guess what? I ain't taking nobody's shit because I don't have to. And that's why I intimidate a lot of people.
Yo, but you ain't intimidate Lowe's with offense.
Fuck Lowe's. Because I will when
you weren't intimidating them when they were installing it all fucked up.
Because my husband just passed away. But when I was overwhelmed, they fucking took advantage of me. And you know what? And that's what I got you for.
Hold on, y'all hear that? You hear it, love laughing in the background when I was talking about Lowe's. It's an inside thing. Lowe's messed up her fence, but hold on. When they were installing it all fucked up.
Because my husband just passed away. But when I was overwhelmed, they fucking took advantage of me. And you know what? And that's what I got you for. To go after them.
We supposed to go get them.
Go get them.
Give me the number.
Look it up.
I like getting on the phone. But yeah, get on the phone. Let's call Lowe's and get the shit straight.
You know what? They hang up on me when they see my number.
That's our next episode. We're going to go. I got a phone number from here. We'll call Lowe's. We'll get on the mic. And boom.
You should
and
put
we'll
them
get
on
it right.
podcast.
And we'll put it on a podcast.
Step's going to fucking do the ball.
They're going to hear this. They're going to hear everything.
Piece of shit, fucking scumbag, asshole, ghetto motherfuckers. That she paid for all this fucking fence. The half of it sitting in her back fucking yard.
I can't
You didn't do what you paid for.
It's in my family.
And you came, you have not even inspected when the shit was delivered.
Yeah, that's just a little piece. That's a little piece. At one time, she said something about writing checks with her mouth that her ass can't cash. And then she turned around and said, yeah, my ass could. It was crazy. But it's an hour and a half. By the time I'm done editing out the obscenities, it'll probably be down to like 6 minutes. But yeah, we got Miss Deb for like an hour and a half. Maybe we could probably get about a good 45 minutes out of it. She was on one. When I say she was on one, she was on one. Y'all gotta meet this lady. She's gotta sit down with us, like maybe a couple shots, not as many, because I mean she finished that bottle. I had like 2 shots and she had everything else. I was chilling. But that's what I'm dealing with on the reg. That's next door. All right, so we're gonna agree waste money. Insane. Yo, did y'all hear about I can't believe it. I know I had to play it. Like, I was dying because she was talking shit, so I started messing with her. Cause I know she gets, like, Lowe's was kind of a Lowe's blow from me, dare I say. Like it was a Lowe's blow. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. And so anyway, I think we're gonna have to get her in here and call Lowe's and see what's going on. It might be a classic, but that's just a smidge of what happened. She's out of control. She's out of control. We didn't even really talk Trump like that. She said something about Kamala, and we went there, and that was about it. But Ramid, yeah, everyone in Florida batten down them hatches. It is going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. Did you see? There's a video going around showing people how they like prep their houses. How they prep their houses for Let me share that. How they prep their houses for the floods, and a lot of people are using that. What's that spray where they be spraying it on the? I need to hear in the chat. The magic spray, like that rubber spray, it sprays and it's like rubber, and the guy has like a boat with a screen door on the bottom. What's that shit called? Amazing spray. No, it's not like it's not like Fix a Flat. It's called something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Huh? Y'all in here? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Huh? Oh, let me pop out the chat. That probably helps. Gorilla Glue, not Gorilla Glue. What's that magic sealant spray? What's that shit called? Oh, Flex Seal. Here we go. Let me throw it up there on the main. Yeah, they're using Flex Seal, right? And they're using the silicone, like that insulation to close up their windows and patio doors. And this lady did it, and they showed it, and they said it worked. And then she went down to Florida because she was in North Carolina. So she went to Florida to go help out her family, and she put down a painter's tape first to see if it's gonna. So after this goes down, we're gonna see how that holds up. But yeah, Flex Seal. Boom. Who you thought was always BSing? Huh? Why do I do that? Craziness. Yep, so they use the Flex Seal. I hope, man, we got good people down there in Florida. We hope they're good. I don't know. I think I might pull out my Instagram right now. Yo, I made a friend the other day. I made a friend on Instagram. Can you believe it? And we kind of met each other through some hot wings. He was on Instagram doing a hot wing challenge, which means part of the challenge was he had to eat 15 of the world's hottest wings, and he would win $1,500. And yo, this killed me. It's called That Stuff Don't Work. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. No, it's not. No, it's not. But you know what? I'm telling you, the technology that we're experiencing, this new technological evolution that we're going through, this jump here, along with the weather, along with the thoughts of war. I know you saw on the show that we got a little bit of the Annunaki. You know what I mean? Annunaki. We're gonna talk about a little back there, and that's the man right there. So we're going to talk a little bit about that because they talk about that in the ancient scripts and texts and stuff, and we talk about this in the Bible, and I have a little comparison amongst some things there, but also I've been trying to tell you guys there is a show on HBO Max if you got it. It's called Days and Days. Years and Years? Is it Years and Years? Years. And it's a drama miniseries. It's a drama miniseries. Let me show you. Damn, I just closed that. I just closed the screen because my mouse button is crazy. So here it is. It's called Years and Years. If you guys got a chance, it's just a miniseries, and it takes place between the years 2019 and 2034. That's what it says. And I watched this a couple years ago, and you will see some similarities of some shit that's been going on here. You know? Check this out. It's called Years and Years. It talks about the weather. It talks about events in war that haven't taken place yet, but the weather on the nose. We're going to start seeing more and more of these super systems. We're going to start seeing a lot more of these super systems. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this atrocious weather, and it's going to cause a lot of damage. You already see how the insurance companies have responded. They're like, oh, MF, you can't even, we're not giving any policies. And if you do have a policy, oh, that shit ain't paying out. Insurance company's job is to not pay. They're not going to pay. But I go on in this, got a chance, watch this movie. Watch this series called Years and Years. I highly recommend it. It is very thought-provoking, it's mind-bending, and it might give you a little insight of the future. Sometimes we got these artists out there that be predicting the future. And the guy who wrote this, I think his name is Russell T. Davies. Like, he crushed it on here. But yeah, it's really a family, a blended family. And they are like the protagonists, all of them basically, and in the background of technology and the world changing over a 15-year period. Oh my God! It talks about immigration. It talks about everything that we're talking about right now. This man made this show 2019, 5 years ago, and here we are. Check that out. Amazing. I can't say anything more than that. But anyway, I met this guy on Instagram. His name is JK2904. And I just was doom scrolling. And this guy, as you can see, he's having some trouble with these wings. Let's check it out.
That feels good?
He just ate the world hottest wings, bro.
There's water right there.
I ain't never doing this shit again, nigga. I'm eating mild everywhere I go, nigga.
Jenny.
Eating ice chips.
Bro, you finna tear them wings up or what?
All right, this is how it begins.
You scared? Hey, bro.
I'm tearing this shit. I'm scared already.
All right, bro. Come on, bro. You got this, gang. You got this. You got this. Swallow, gang. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
He said, I'm terrified.
Hey, tell him when you ready. When you ready.
Look, Doug in there like a champ. Crying. They playing, I gotta, they're playing that music. They playing that Nels. Whatever, I'm gonna let it roll. 15 of the hottest wings. That's what he was left with. So I was curious. I was like, yo, like honestly, if you eat one of them shits, bro, you deserve at least the small 50. Give that man a small 50 at least for attempting that. But as you can see, that table is cleared out. That man's just sitting there vomiting, throwing out, snotting up into a bucket. And this is crazy because we were just having this. It was me, Kiki, and Love. We were all in the kitchen. I think we were talking about like sriracha or something like that. And then I was telling them about, because I'm full of a whole bunch of useless knowledge, and I was telling Kiki about the Scoville units, and a Scoville unit is a unit of measurement to measure the heat that the peppers or the spice or the sauce bring to the tongue. And another amazing fact, Somebody was saying, and I didn't get to look this up, but it does sound legitimate. So if you guys want to go ahead and sleuth this out for me, please do. But they said that it's not that there's a certain pepper and it's not hot. Well, peppers aren't hot. They trick your mouth into thinking your mouth is hot because there are other animals that eat it like it's nothing. But the biology and the makeup and the chemistry that goes into us putting our teeth, our tongue, our saliva onto these peppers, it causes that little chemical reaction and it makes us think that our mouth is burning up, but it's making our mouth a little bit more sensitive and tingling the hell out of our nerves. So, like, what are the hottest peppers? Like, are like a ghost pepper? Would that be the hottest pepper ever? Anyway, back in my army days, old army story. I was in Arizona, I believe. We were on base. We were locked down on base for some reason. And one of my buddies had ordered this hot sauce. He was in the same unit as I was, but his secondary thing was he loved food. He wanted to be a chef. So I don't know how we came up with this, but he bought a little hot sauce. So, excuse me, one weekend I had like extra duty. We're sitting there, and I'm sitting at the desk, and they're just tasting this little hot sauce, and they're putting a little bit on the chip, and they're just basically daring everybody to eat it. I had a little bit of this, and my mouth was pouring. Like, it was hot. Like, I wouldn't put it on the wing. I wouldn't put it on anything. The only thing that hot sauce there was for people to sit there and be like, I dare you to taste this. You know what I mean? And I did, and I was leaking. Literally, bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know. So that took it to a part where he decided he was going to find the hottest hot sauce on the planet. And let me tell you what, love, we Googled it, right? And we could not find it. But it's this sauce, and I believe it came from the Philippines. And it came in a vial. It came in an effing vial like you would find in an old Victorian chemist shop with a cork in it. And on this cork, it was just a plain glass vial, and it had a cork in it, and wrapped around the cork was bright orange security tape, and it just said, warning, use like 1 drop per gallon of sauce. Something like that. 1 drop per gallon of sauce. By the way, other than a warning tape, it was encased in like wax. He literally had to chisel the vial out of this wax, right? Boom. Next weekend, we're sitting at the desk. Everybody's taking a hot sauce challenge. I take a nib of this. I'm talking about the smallest little dot. Do y'all remember watching, what's that movie? Die Hard with a Vengeance? And they have that the mix where it was epoxy. The bomb was epoxy, where you mix the white with the red, and then the dude slapped it with his shoe, and it kind of like, he took a little, what is that? Not a safety pin, a paper clip. He took the edge of a paper clip. He mixed it in one little dot of the edge of a normal paper clip and mixed it with the other and threw it, and it made like a garbage can blow up, and they were going crazy. And Die Hard Vengeance, if you remember that scene, let me know so I know I'm not crazy. That is as much as that hot sauce that I took, and I was just like this man here. Not as bad, not in the baddest way as because he full mouth some wings there. He went straight Southern style eating strategy on those hot ass wings. I didn't do that, but I took just a little nib and I put it on like a piece of like a little pretzel, and I was leaking. Some dude walks around the corner, hey guys, what are you doing? And we're like, yo, we taking a hot sauce challenge. He's like, yeah, what are in there? Habaneros? And we're like, yeah, habaneros. More than that, it's stinger. Well, you guys are. He's like, you guys are. I'll eat that hot sauce. And we're like, go ahead. Yo, I watched this dude take a tortilla chip and dip this tortilla chip into this hot sauce like he was trying to get, like it was a normal chip and he was just getting some guac. That's how much sauce is on there. And everything, and my body was telling me to tell him, like, smack that shit out of his hand. Like, put on some gloves first before I snap it out of his hand. But slap that shit out of his hand and save him from certain death. But part of me was like, yo, I want to see this. And I know it wasn't just me, because we all sat there. There's at least like 9 of us in there with the same look. Like, I can't believe it. And before I could even get it out of my mouth to be like, yo, bro, I wouldn't do that. And it was like a cartoon. We thought this kid was gonna die. So we didn't get in trouble, but we got yelled at for that. Like, I think he went to the hospital. We were giving him yogurts. We were giving him milk. He was throwing up. We were giving him everything, canned cheese, anything to get that heat up off of him, and he couldn't. I'm telling you, that hot sauce by myself had my mouth leaking. If you got like one of those McDonald's Halloween buckets from back in the day, I could have filled that up with spit from that little corner that I got. Spit and snot and tears would have overflowed the bucket. Like, my feet were in a puddle. I was in a puddle off of that little piece, and he took it all down.
Y'all gotta clap.
Anyway, that's my story. But I met this guy, and I asked him, I was like, yo, bro, like, then some people were like, he's eating. I was like, yo, how many wings did you eat? He was like, I ate 4 of those wings. So they must have been tough if he was in. Yeah, if he was like that. He had a shirt off. I feel sorry for him. But shout out to JK2904. There he is right there. Yeah. You see, I'm following. We're following each other. He said he's just a legend in process. Yeah. He's a legend already for knocking off 4 of those, because that wasn't even like the hot wings. I'm pretty sure I would kill ass on that show. Hey, Auntie. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so what I want to talk about is a little bit of, have you guys ever heard of Ta-Nehisi Coates? Anybody? Anybody heard of Ta-Nehisi? Let me break it down. I'm going to do a little present. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do it this way. Full screen. Got it. All right. So, this is Ta-Nehisi Coates. Bam. Okay? All right. He's a journalist. He's an American writer. He's very influential. Okay? He's very influential. I mean, he's known for some works on American culture and politics and history and that sort of thing. He has powerful critiques of systemic racism in the United States of America. I don't know how more better I can say that. Better, more, how. Right? So here's some of his key works. He wrote a book called Between the World and Me, and that's really what put him on the map. And this was in 2015, and it's an award-winning book. And I would tell you the awards that it won, but who in the hell in here really reads like that? We don't care, but we understand that it's important that these books win awards. So yeah, National Book Awards, nonfiction, and he was acclaimed for his honest and proud reflections on race and identity. So, and then 2014, he wrote an article, basically, this is what put him on, for The Atlantic, and he was making arguments about reparations for African Americans, and he was discussing historical and ongoing effects of slavery and segregation, and he helped put all of those events into a whole new light that applied to what is going on currently, right? So in 2017, he wrote We Were 8 Years in Power, and it's just a collection of essays written during the Obama presidency, and where he reflects again on race, history, politics, and that's during a pivotal period. Now, some may call him a race baiter, but I wouldn't call him a race baiter. He's somebody that really does talk about race. He talks about it, and he backs it up with facts and statistics and antidotes and research and all of that sort. So, also, he went away and worked on Marvel Comics. That's some bad shit right there. I mean, he was part of the Black Panther and the Captain America series, and obviously, he explored themes of justice, identity, and the black experience in superhero context. There's a lot of black people out there that like superhero shit, me being one of them. Speaking of loving superhero shit, Yo, this weekend we're going to be celebrating my godson's birthday, and it is superhero themed, and I can't wait to show you guys my superhero costume, and I'll give you a hint. I'm fucking Batman. That's my Batman voice. Yeah, let the children sing for Batman, because I'm fucking Batman. I'm working on it. I don't know if I want to be like the laid back Michael Keaton, hey, I'm Batman. Or if I want to be, I'm Vengeance. You know what I mean? I could be Vengeance. But we'll see. We will see. As you can see, I'm already excited for it. All right. So I say all this about Ta-Nehisi because there was a little bit of controversial nature. Hold on. I don't know if let me see. Hopefully I got it. There we go. I'm on top of it. This guy, his name is Tony Dokupil. And he's also a journalist. He's a journalist. He does interviews. He wrote this book. Oh, man. I got to check it out. I can't find it. I'm trying to bring it up for you guys. Duh, here it is. All right, this is the book he wrote. He wrote a book also, and it's called The Last Pirate. And basically, this book is about his father being a marijuana mogul, if you will, a huge drug trafficker, and his experiences being raised. This is definitely going into my Audible or my Kindle. I'm going to check it out. Also with Ta-Nehisi's new book called The Message. We'll talk about The Message. All right. So anyway, this is Tony. We're going to call him Tony D, because if I say Dokupil, it's going to Dokupil. Anyway, Tony. All right, so they were on the CBS morning show, the joint with Gayle King and what's my buddy's name that played football? Nate Burleson. There you go. I can't believe I give myself horns for remembering people's names. Hold on for a second. That's my boo. For you. So, while they were on CBS Morning, there was a little bit of controversy. First and foremost, for a lot of people out there who know what I'm talking about, the people out there who saw this interview may have already done the reactions to this video. Let me throw you something out there. Maybe we can help each other, because I've been looking for this. This isn't the first time that Tony D and Ta-Nehisi have crossed paths. And basically, I'm going to tell you how they crossed paths. But this is not the first time. There was an interview that they had in 2015 when Ta-Nehisi did the book Between the World and Me. And basically, there was a lot of kickback by Dokupil regarding Coates' portrayal of America as inherently racist, right? And he said, and oppressive. And he said, and it left room for hope or reconciliation. And the line of questioning was intense. Now, I cannot find the actual video because when I did my search for it, the only video brings up the recent video of Tony D and Ta-Nehisi getting into it. And I'm going to bring it up for you. It's right here. Here's Nate. He's going to bring him in. All right. But so anyway, this is what happens. So they became controversial. It became controversial because Dokupil handled another conversation, especially regarding Coates' views, because they're going to talk about Israel. And Coates was on the show to discuss his new book, The Message. I got to be able to show you guys the message. I will bring it up. Here it is. His book is called The Message. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right, we'll go back to this. I don't. Is raising $1 million. Are we getting really? Are we really getting ads? All right. So, what's going to happen is, let's just watch the video. It's 6 minutes and 51 seconds, but it's one of those where it's going to go by fast. Please pay attention to everything. Watch and listen to this video with your third eye open, and I believe we will have a very well-rounded discussion afterwards.
This is the acclaimed New York Times best-selling author Ta-Nehisi Coates. His new book, The Message, is a trio of interconnected essays that examine how the stories we tell or avoid telling can shape and even distort our reality. In the book, Coates reflects on his emotional first trip to Africa to visit Dakar, Senegal. Then he takes readers to Columbia, South Carolina, where he reports on the attempted banning of one of his books on race. And finally, Coates travels to the Middle East to witness the Israeli-Palestinian conflict firsthand. Ta-Nehisi Coates, good morning. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Good morning, guys.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. You say that this book is written specifically for writers, stating that the task for young writers should be nothing less than changing the world. Why do you feel like writers should bear that responsibility?
Saving the world. Saving the world. Just to be really specific. Writing is how we interpret so much of everything that is around us. The Message is a political book. It argues that much of our politics actually happens before we walk into a voting booth, that our choices around us, that who we believe is human, who we don't believe is human, what policies we believe should be in the world, which policies we don't, are actually shaped largely by writing and the stories we tell. And so I believe that writers, and particularly young writers, have so much to do in the politics and in this time when, you know, obviously we have so much conflict and there's so many quote-unquote issues to be dealt with.
Ta-Nehisi, I want to dive into the Israel-Palestine section of the book. It's the largest section of the book. And I have to say, when I read the book, I imagine if I took your name out of it, took away the awards and the acclaim, took the cover off the book, the publishing house goes away, the content of that section would not be out of place in the backpack of an extremist. And so then I found myself wondering, why does Ta-Nehisi Coates, who I've known for a long time, read his work for a long time, very talented, smart guy, leave out so much? Why leave out that Israel is surrounded by countries that want to eliminate it? Why leave out that Israel deals with terror groups that want to eliminate it? Why not detail anything of the first and the second intifada, the cafe bombings, the bus bombings, the little kids blown to bits? And is it because you just don't believe that Israel, in any condition, has a right to exist?
Well, I would say the perspective that you just outlined, there is no shortage of that perspective in American media. That's the first thing I would say. I am most concerned always with those who don't have a voice, with those who don't have the ability to talk. I have asked repeatedly in my interviews whether there is a single network, mainstream organization in America with a Palestinian American bureau chief or correspondent who actually has a voice to articulate their part of the world. I've been a reporter for 20 years. The reporters of those who believe more sympathetically about Israel and its right to exist don't have a problem getting their voice out. But what I saw in Palestine, what I saw on the West Bank, what I saw in Haifa in Israel, what I saw in the South Hebron Hills, those were the stories that I have not heard. And those were the stories that I was most occupied with. I wrote a 260-page book. It is not a treatise on the entirety of the conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis.
But if you were to read this book, you would be left wondering, why does any of Israel exist? What a horrific place, committing horrific acts on a daily basis. So I think the question is central and key. If Israel has a right to exist, and if your answer is no, then I guess the question becomes, why do the Palestinians have a right to exist? Why do 20 different Muslim countries have a right to exist?
My answer is that no country in this world establishes its ability to exist through rights. Countries establish their ability to exist through force, as America did. And so I think this question of right to Israel does exist. It's a fact. The question of its right is not a question that I would be faced with any other country.
But you write a book that delegitimizes the pillars of Israel. It seems like an effort to topple the whole building of it. So I come back to the question, and it's what I struggled with throughout this book. What is it that so particularly offends you about the existence of a Jewish state that is a Jewish safe place and not any of the other states out there?
There's nothing that offends me about a Jewish state. I am offended by the idea of states built on ethnocracy, no matter where they are.
Muslim included.
I would not want a state where any group of people laid down their citizenship rights based on ethnicity. The country of Israel is a state in which half the population exists on one tier of citizenship, and everybody else that's ruled by Israelis exists on another tier, including Palestinian Israeli citizens. The only people that exist on that first tier are Israeli Jews. Why do we support that? Why is that okay? I'm the child of Jim Crow. I'm the child of people that were born into a country where that was exactly the case of American apartheid. I walk over there and I walk through the occupied territories and I walk down the street in Hebron. And a guy says to me, I can't walk down the street unless I profess my religion. I'm with another pastor. No. I want to. This is very, very important.
It is important. It is
extremely important.
Yeah, let me lay it down.
I'm working with the person that is guiding me is a Palestinian, whose father, whose grandfather, and grandmother was born in this town, and I have more freedom to walk than he does. He can't ride on certain roads. He can't get water in the same way that Israeli citizens who live less than a mile away from him can.
And why
is that okay?
Why is that? Why is there no agency in this book for the Palestinians? They exist in your narrative merely as victims of the Israelis, as though they were not offered peace at any juncture, as though they don't have a stake in this as well. What is their role in the lack of a Palestinian?
I have a very, 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 very moral compass about this. And again, perhaps it's because of my ancestry. Either apartheid is right or it's wrong. It's really, really simple. Either what I saw was right or it's wrong. I am, for instance, against the death penalty. What the person did to get the death penalty, it really doesn't matter to me. I don't care if they were selling a nickel bag of marijuana or if they were a serial killer. I am against the death penalty. I am against a state that discriminates against people on the basis of ethnicity. I'm against that. There is nothing the Palestinians could do that would make that okay for me. My book is not based on the hyper-morality of the Palestinian people.
In lessons, because many people feel it's complicated. You say it's not complicated. Less than 20 seconds. What's your message?
Less than 20 seconds. I want people to read the book. Well, And I don't make the assumption that somebody would just read the book and have read nothing else about Israel and Palestine.
You're still invited to High Holidays. I'll see you at the show. I mean it, buddy.
That'll do it for us.
Thank you.
Out of time. The message goes on sale tomorrow.
Yes, it did. All right, so let's get into it. I thought it was a very good interview. I would expect, there's a lot of people that are like he's out of line for arguing this. And I think maybe there might have been, when they do these shows, I would think there's like some type of production meeting or something like goes on of what type of questions we're going to ask or how you want to approach this segment. We do know that, yes, they have had history about 10 years ago when Ta-Nehisi wrote his first book. And now we're talking about the second book. And I think that Love said that you like the questions, right? This might be a call-in. It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday, but I probably need to update that. But if not, I got this one. Let me know, 313-825-5557. Call in, we can talk about this, because basically what Ta-Nehisi broke down was that he doesn't believe in any type of segregation. And the Palestinian people are living over there as second class, like 18th class citizens, and even the ones that live in Israel, Palestinian Israelis, you know, like a Palestinian American, you're a Palestinian that's living in that country, paying taxes in that country. They are treated like trash. You just heard this man say that they have to declare their religion just to walk into certain neighborhoods and to certain streets. And we know that in America that's wrong, even though we do have a group of people fighting for that. We overall know that that's wrong. And is there anything, would you think that there was anything out of the line of questions? Do you think that there's an issue with pushback? I think that maybe, like, personally, I think that it was Ta-Nehisi was on and Tony D was just going to try to get him. Like, hey, he basically did. The questioning is all right, Love, but to open up your questioning, nicely labeling your guest as an extremist from his messages in his books, I think that was awesome to do from an aspect that it would get eyes to the situation. I think that Ta-Nehisi's replies to these questions were absolute brick. And I mean that in a good way, not like swish. Not like swish or brick. I mean brick as in like a very strong foundational response to these type of questions. He was seemingly insulted, and then he was questioned about, his ethics and his morals on the situation. You thought Ta-Nehisi was a little defensive? I could see that. I think he writes about controversial subjects. He writes about race. He writes about poverty. He writes about, abuses of power. And I would think that he would always be a little defensive when he's coming on to mainstream media, specifically because one of his main messages was that, hey, I am trying to give you guys a perspective that is limited in as its appearance in mainstream media. No one really talks about it from the side of the oppressed. We're always talking about it from the side of Israel. Not saying, oh, you mean no, the host. That's good. I mean, I got the call-in line because it's easier that way. Then I won't get confused with the comments. Matter of fact, you're like supposed to be in here reading comments off to me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wow. Don't argue.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
That's you know what?
What are you doing then? All right, so yeah, I think the host came off a little defensive. The bright side of this thing is that, man, like you can just see, all right, if he was trying to get a gotcha, and I don't necessarily think it was a gotcha, I think it worked out great because Tony D, those were his convictions. That's how he felt. Obviously, out of everybody in that room, between Ta-Nehisi, between Gail, between Nate, and they're like, yo, I believe that Tony D was the only one that really read that book. I don't think that laughter faces would be good right now. But yeah, I think that Tony D read that book, so respect to that. And then he felt a certain way about it, and he was able to press this guy about, his perspective. And I think ultimately at the end when you say, yo, like we're still friends or whatever, I don't take that as I honestly think that he doesn't see Ta-Nehisi as like some type of evil person or anything like that. I'm not sure we're not sure of his motives about his line of questioning here. Did he do that line of questioning because we know it is media, and sometimes you have to ask the questions that the opposition would ask, and maybe he was just asking those questions as the opposition. All I do know is that this came across my line because social media went crazy. They basically were saying that he was being abusive to his guests on there. Also, social media said that Dokupil was showing bias and he was unprofessional. And some even said it was a display of Islamophobic racism. Now, CBS demanded that CBS address the issue, and CBS did scold Tony Dokupil, saying that it wasn't like the best interest of journalism, his line of questioning there. But out of what a lot of people would see negativity, let's look on the bright side. Tony Dokupil, we can tell, read the book. He had some very valid questions to ask Ta-Nehisi. I think Ta-Nehisi was amazing at answering those questions. I think he opened up a spotlight that a lot of people didn't know about. He showed a perspective that a lot of people don't. Iron Dome in Israel is working overtime, getting hundreds of missiles shot at it. But I think that it was just good interview there. I think everybody should watch this interview, and I think that I'm glad. Well, I don't think. I am so glad that I got it on my show because even though we can't watch the first interview that they did in 2015, that I would agree with, that I would think would probably be maybe a little bit more bombastic than it was this time around. We can't find that video. I can't find it. Listen to me. I gotta do the megaphone. I I cannot find that video, and you know I find everything. But I can't find that video from 2015, and I searched up out of it. I used all my prowess to dig for that video, but as soon as I get a link for it, it takes me to the current video. So luckily we got the current video on this show, because I'm sure that that interview is going to disappear in the next week or two. Just my thoughts. Meanwhile in Florida. But yeah, I thought even if it was coming from a negative way, Ta-Nehisi's righteousness just, God willing, got us through. And if anybody thinks different and doesn't understand the message he's saying there, rewatch or read his book. But yeah, thought that was interesting.
Y'all don't gotta clap at everything.
I know. Man, guys, did you hear that? Remember I did a story, I think this was like maybe 9 months ago, maybe a year ago. I did a story where the United States of America, the Supreme Court, was arguing, well, not the Supreme Court. A group of students were arguing against affirmative action in college. Now, what was it? The FAFF? I gotta type. I was just going through this earlier and I had all the names. Yep, the SFFA. Yep, Students for Fair Admissions. I did a show about that last year, about the students of fair admissions, and they had an activist. Their leader was Edward Bloom, and basically what they were doing was trying to get rid of affirmative action in colleges and universities. Hold up for David Atkins. Main lines on. When it comes to Israel, everyone defends and justifies inhuman treatment. The interviewer was briefed regarding his tone of questioning. Meanwhile, you got me waiting on phone. Oh, shit. Love's in the house. Love's in the house.
Hi.
What's going on? So,
Not much, but now you already changed subject.
New York Times.
Oh no, we're still with it. Here you go. We're talking about. Here you go. I'm gonna put it on mute and just. You see Nate there? Nate didn't read that book. I'm sure he's gonna read it now.
No, neither did Gail. Neither of them, because they had nothing to say, nothing to add to the whole interview. Not even to change because I don't think they know where to go. I don't think they were ready for the interview. So.
But Tony D seemed like he was ready for that interview.
Oh, he was, but I think he's probably a little defensive because he's on the other side and he's like,
this is what's going on.
What have you seen? What do you? Like he wanted him to explain why he feels the way he does, and he did it very well. How do you say Ta-Nehisi, whatever his name is. Sorry, I can't.
Ta-Nehisi,
right?
Yeah. Ta-Nehisi.
He explained his side very well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to agree. I don't think he was too aggressive. I think people are being obviously very dramatic. I think he did a good job of saying, explain it to us, because this is a sensitive issue, and I think a lot of people feel the way I feel,
right? And
we want to know why you feel the way you feel. Well, we want to know what you saw and why it made you, feel the way you know what I mean, like
right.
Obviously, the author is biased to certain things. Like he explained himself. I'm against this. I'm against that, and no matter what I see or what anyone tells me, I'm going to feel that way regardless.
Right.
So obviously he's telling him, I understand that you're being defensive, basically, and I understand that you don't like my side or my position, but this is what I believe. You know what I mean? And read the book, and you'll, you know what I mean? Which obviously,
right, you have to plug the book. Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I don't think he was being offensive or he didn't mean to attack him. I don't think he was
Tony D.
him. I think he was. It's an issue close to him, so I think that's why he was a little passionate about it.
I think, yeah.
Mean spirited.
I don't think it was mean-spirited at all. I don't know his feelings or his blood pressure when he was reading the book, seeing the things that he was seeing, reading the things that he was reading to make him come up with that line of questioning, to actually come out and say that, hey, I'm reading this, and if I didn't know you, I would think that this is an extremist writing this book, you know?
Right.
Because of what you're saying.
Exactly. Why I think it's important to read the book so that you know what he's talking about. There must be some serious points that he's making.
Yo, by this time next week,
you know, that he came to that conclusion.
Yeah, 260 pages. I'm knocking that out. I'm knocking that out this weekend. That's gonna be my morning. I'm gonna read that in the morning when I wake up early in the morning. I'm gonna read that book.
And it's a serious book, so it's gotta be a hard read. It's probably a hard read. You know, I don't read those books, so that's the path for me.
I don't think no. I've read The Water Dancer, and he's a great writer. He breaks it down simply for you. It's really not. He doesn't put it in. He puts it in a place where you know, regular people can pick up on what he's putting down. But I'm gonna get that book though.
Like, I don't expect someone to read my book without knowing what this, you know what I mean, what the situation is. Like, he doesn't expect someone blindsided to pick up the book and understand it.
Right. This book isn't for somebody. Right, because I'm going to do Annunaki for Dummies this evening. Like, his book isn't for a dummies book. It's like, hey, you've already had the 101 course and all of this. Here's the next level. Exactly. Let me show you this perspective from here. I can understand. But I'm just, if you're looking at this as we're talking right here, this video, look at the body languages of everybody in there. It looks like Nate is kind of surprised. I don't know if he's met Ta-Nehisi Coates before. I'm pretty sure he's heard of him. But he seems actually impressed with his answers. Gail is just on business. Gail is just like, hey, all right, I knew this guy was gonna get here. I think just from body language that he was really out to question and really, I don't know. People said ambush him, and I don't think it's an ambush because it's not like he's talking about something that's not in that book. Ta-Nehisi can't be ambushed by questions about something that he wrote. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right.
But we know that shows, they know the questions that are going to be asked. Like, this is not, he wasn't blindsided by these questions.
By these questions.
Prior to, so everybody knows there's, you know.
Do you think that Ta-Nehisi Coates actually knew which, do you know?
Read the book and next week, let us know what you think about it.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're definitely going to read the book.
I'm going to be honest. I don't read this kind of book.
It's called The Message.
But I would love to. The Message, right?
Yeah, The Message.
Yeah, I would love to know exactly what the main point, what the message is. I want to know because he didn't want to say what the message was. So I want to know.
Yeah, you gotta read the book.
I'm intrigued, and I don't want to Google it. I don't want any spoilers. I want like the nitty-gritty.
Well, hell. Next Wednesday, I'm gonna read the book. I'm gonna read the book, and we're gonna definitely talk about that book. But yeah, Ta-Nehisi. I think
No, because I'm going to talk about Stefon Diggs and the guy.
You know it. We're going to do this one together because this is quite a new story. That's amazing, too. Like, how do you know my show format that I was going to talk about Stefon Diggs? How you know about that?
I sent you that story.
Oh, look at you. She did. I was like, oh, let me get this lady off my back. Do her Stefon Diggs story because she likes the crazy stories. All right, Ta-Nehisi Coates, The Message is out now. Also, I'll take a little sidestep. Undisputed is out. It's like a Knockout Kings or a Fight Night. It's the new Fight Night off of EA Sports boxing simulation game. I got it for a PS5. It is awesome. They are going to be adding boxers each week. They got you know how they got like the all Madden teams or like the Eagles 91 or some shit like that. They got Muhammad Ali, 1964 Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? They got the 2011 Canelo Alvarez. Canelo. And it's good. Like when you see them body punches, boom, you see that rib meat moving. Shouties, darling. Yep, read it. We're going to discuss that book. Look at that. We should start a little Ta-Nehisi Coates book club. When it comes to Israel, everyone defends and justifies inhuman treatment. The interviewer was brief regarding his tone of questioning. Yeah, he was. And they said, Evelyn, they said that CBS scolded him. Do you think he deserved? They said he was like his journalistic integrity was.
Social media runs things, and I'm sure they read it from social media. They have obviously they all have.
Is
and
that
they're concerned with looking in front of They want to make people happy. They don't want people to say, "Oh, I don't want to listen to this morning show anymore because he is such and such." So. I think that it's their duty to do that.
To do that.
Supposedly scolded him, but I'm sure that he was like, all right, but I'm sure that he also has his position. He's a man of his word, and I'm sure that he probably said, I understand. I guess I could have been, came off as such and such, but I feel like I think he kind of humanized him a little bit. Other than just like the show showed, like this is something that concerns me personally, and after I read the book, I don't necessarily agree with you, but like he made a little comment at the end, like, well, you can say some or whatever, like
Nate Geller trying to get this. Yeah, definitely.
Serious conversation.
Right. Now, check this out. CNN just, about 4 hours ago, CNN dropped an article entitled CBS News Says Heated Ta-Nehisi Coates Interview Did Not Meet Editorial Standards After Criticism. They said that on Monday, the heated morning show interview with the author Coates, during which his new book was compared to extremist writings, did not meet the network's editorial standards. CBS executives told staffers during a daily editorial meeting that the contentious CBS Mornings interview last week with Coates, led by co-anchor Tony Dokupil, had been addressed with Dokupil. The assessment pacified some employees who had objected to Dokupil's tone during the segment with Coates, but it offended other employees who thought Dokupil's interview was appropriately tough. Now, they said we have an obligation as journalists to challenge controversial guests, which I think we all agree on right now. And it said that what Tony did, one concerned correspondent said, who spoke on a condition of anonymity, told CNN Coates, who's a National Book Award winner, released a message last week in which he portrays Israel's treatments of Palestinians as a moral crime, one that many Americans can't or won't face directly. And when we're saying, I don't think that anybody in this chat room would be on that part where we won't face it directly or we can't see the moral crimes. And I think it's because our American lineage here has shown that we have been victims of a lot of these moral crimes. But for sure, they say, as my ancestors were born into a country... Love, don't make me mute you while I'm doing my soliloquy. Anyway, it said, for sure... Oh, there she is. As for my ancestors were born into a country where none of them were equal of any white man, Israel was revealing itself to be a country where no Palestinian is ever the equal of any Jewish person anywhere. That's what Coates wrote. Now, during that interview, Dokupil did take issues with Coates' framing in the book. And that's what it is. There seems there also had been some infighting there between... various journalists behind the scenes at CBS. So I don't know.
It comes down to who believes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is a serious issue, and we know that it's very split. So obviously they don't agree on on their beliefs, and that should be okay. And it should be okay for him to question what he's saying. Like, you're saying this, why? I think it should be okay. It should have never been an issue of, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, his integrity as a journalist. How dare he ask him questions? Why? That's what you're supposed to do. I'm tired of the, hi, how are you? Let me make sure that I don't ever insult you or put you in an uncomfortable situation, because God forbid you feel uncomfortable with my questioning. That's why journalists they don't have a reputation anymore, because journalists have a paper to read off of, and they have to go by that.
They got to go by that script.
This is what happens. They get all the scrutiny in the world because they're not being perfect. They expect it to be perfect and smile and say, okay. Next question that someone wrote for me. When they don't do that, this is what happens. You understand what I'm saying? Real
Oh, yeah.
journalism, like the way it was back in the day.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Asking the tough questions. Why is this and why is that? This is what people really want to know. No, yes, no, no.
Yeah,
Descriptive questions.
love. Let me ask this though. Do you think that he could have asked those tough questions without trying to allude that Ta-Nehisi Coates was an extremist?
We haven't read the book, so he might say some shit there that's serious.
And you know what?
You understand what I'm saying? Like that.
But this is my prediction. I'm going to read that book, and whatever Ta-Nehisi Coates puts in that book is not going to surprise me one iota. Whatever he says the Palestinians are going through, I'm not going to cup my hands to my face and be like, oh shit, I can't believe it. You know where I'm coming from? Like, I think that Tony D was speaking for a specific segment of the population that have no idea of what, prejudice or racism or any type of prejudice. I can't even talk right now. Like any type of prejudice. They wouldn't understand that. And to hear it in a book and not only, I don't know. We got to read the book. We're going to read the book.
Yeah.
We got Aunt Sherry's in here. Sharice is going to read the book. I'm reading the book. We're reading the book. I'm about to put it on my Kindle.
Yeah, I think that if you read the book and then you come to your conclusion, and then if you feel like you don't get extremist from his message, I think that's why everybody has a different interpretation, and everybody has a different view of things, and perhaps the views that he was in the book are extremist to him personally.
Right.
Obviously they are. He didn't gather it from no one else, although they said that some other people felt the same way as he did. But people are scared to say it, and I feel like I give him props for saying how he felt.
Yeah.
I think he could have been a little less. There was a little tone in there, a little, like I said, he sounded defensive a little bit, like
Tony.
You know what I mean? Like,
Tony,
why?
you're saying
Like a little bit of questioning, but the tone could have been a little different. But the questioning should have been the same. I think it was original.
Same question.
I think he was genuine. I think he was, he said how he felt, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
You know what? I'm gonna give you horns for that. Like, I'm definitely gonna agree with you like that because, hell, look, it worked. Ta-Nehisi got his marketing for his book. We're talking about it. We get to talk. We also get to focus on the conflicts in Israel, Lebanon, Palestine, and it's good. You need a little bit of resistance, you're saying.
And it's gonna have people read the book. Look at you three.
Cato's getting a book. That's what. Yeah, we're gonna read this book, and I'm telling you, next Wednesday, do your homework because we're gonna talk about this book next Wednesday. That's what I gotta do. Now I gotta read a book. I gotta read an effing book. I'm not gonna be playing Undisputed. I'm gonna not be able to shoot my digital dukes out there because I gotta be reading this Ta-Nehisi Coates book. But hey, it is what it is. All good things. All good things. I think it's time for a little techno music. Talking shit, getting clicks. What's up? It's not techno. Hold on, it's not techno time yet. What we gotta do?
No, I was saying that we got some comments on. Well, you have some comments.
Oh.
That you haven't read.
You're supposed to be here.
He said, "What is the Robert getting fired?" Well, you don't have.
Robert Sala getting fired. Hey. Ramit, Thank you for asking me that question. All right, so Ramit is asking a question about Robert getting fired. He is referring to, I believe, ex-NFL head coach Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh was like one of the first. He's Middle Eastern. He's Middle Eastern. I don't know exactly which country he's from. He's Lebanese. Oh wow, they fired. Oh, wow. Do you think that maybe Aaron Rodgers, who has a little controversial streak, and Robert Saleh were probably having some beef?
Absolutely. That's what
Possibly.
That's what I read today.
Yo.
That was one of the.
I told you my Instagram. Let me show you this.
Oh, and by the way,
Evelyn, talk because I want to find this real.
I out of the building. He was escorted out of the building. He was hot.
He was hot when he left?
He was hot.
Yo, we watched
He was
it.
escorted out of the building.
That was a great game. They played that in London, right? Or was it Germany?
Yes.
All right. First of all, that was a great game. You guys all know that I think the NFL is rigged. I still like to watch it because I just treat it like the WWE now. I'm not getting on DraftKings. I don't give a F about parlays. I'm not betting on it because it is rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. We've seen too much visual evidence. Each and every week, somebody puts out a clip of somebody running away from somebody or a crazy flag going out. We got the instant replay rule, but they will like arbitrarily review some shit upstairs. You know what I mean, Ev? You seen it in games where they're like, oh no, upstairs rule. Like, what do you have the refs out there for? All of them. They should be up in the booth watching playback or something like that. All right, I'm stalling because I'm trying to find this little reel because I found a couple of Robert Saleh memes.
We got a lot of comments about the book. Hold on, we got a lot of comments about the book about the message. David says
You should come over
Nate
here.
and Gail are trying to keep track. Once again, the network dictated which direction the interview should go. I agree with you, Nate. I think with you, Nate. David, I think Nate and Gail,
Mainline.
not only did they not read the book, but also they knew that it was controversial, and they were probably like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this one."
I think, I think that Nate is kind of newer. He's been there for like 5 years now. He's been there for a while now, but not long enough to understand the entire game of how they go in the ins and outs. Like, this is probably his first interview with Ta-Nehisi Coates. And I think that Mainline has an idea. Like, yeah, I think Gail was trying to push it along because when you're talking about Israel, Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, Israel versus anybody, it is going to be like walking on a tightrope that's covered in hot effing coals. Like if you say something wrong, it's going to be. By the way, did you know the river to the sea that they tried to outlaw? The courts ruled that it's not racist. I never thought, like, it didn't sound, but like because I don't know and I'm not from there. When people's like, I was like, I will not use that. Because it's too iffy. It's too effing iffy. I mean, I'm not going to... But from the river to the sea, what's the black dude from Philly that's always on CNN? He's with Angela Rye and all them. I forget his name. Mark Lamont? Mark Lamont? Is that his name? Mark Lamont? They kicked him off. They kicked him off. Mark Lamont Hill. Like, they kicked him off of CNN because he made a river to the sea reference on his social media. Something like that. Anyway, I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with it at all. Not because I'm scared, but I just don't want to offend anybody. And if I can just shut up and not even say that, which I don't even really care to say, like it's not even in my world, my personal universe, that, I mean, it's no big deal. Whatever. America. I know we got freedom to say stuff.
Caro said that that y'all gonna have me read the book.
Caro's gonna read the book.
So you sort of
I know. We all gonna read this book.
Y'all gonna have a book club now.
We're gonna have a book club.
Whole book club. David, you're the only one that and Rami, y'all need to read the book too. So we all gonna talk about it next week.
They said they dragged Robert Saleh out of the locker room now? Like he had to be dropped out of the building?
They escorted him out.
Oh.
Out of the whatever, the facility.
Made sure that playbook got back. I don't know. I thought it was a good game. It was just a good game. It didn't seem like it was like a coaching decision that made that here. Maybe a little pass protection here or there. But I don't know. I do. The one thing I don't, this isn't a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Sirianni is out either in a couple weeks because I don't think Nick Sirianni's that guy. Once we lost our other offensive coordinator, our play went down. But that's another story. We got to keep it going. Got to keep it going because it's 8:54. It's 8:54.
Yeah, it's almost time for the show to end. But I was going to say,
no.
Don't forget, y'all, the show is on Wednesday night. Tell everybody else that don't remember.
Are you trying to end?
The show's now
Don't end my
Make
show.
sure you like the show before you leave.
Yeah.
Before y'all go.
Don't leave without liking or subscribing. But yo, check this out.
Yeah.
Love, stay on because look what I got for you. Look what I got for you on screen.
Yeah.
Look what I got for you on screen. Yo, this is like just new. This is literally, they put this out 6 hours ago. It has been rumored. Now, we've been hearing some rumors about Stefon Diggs with Cardi B and whatnot, and those are getting cleared up and some responses to that. But this specifically is Chris Blake Griffin. I believe his name is just Chris Griffin because he's light-skinned. He put Blake in there. But he has reportedly accused the wide receiver of drugging him Diddy style, Cosby style, and attempting to have romantic relations with him. I don't believe why I put Ye up there. But check this out. All right, that was that. I'll go over here. That's Nate. That's Nate. That's Gail. That's Ta-Nehisi. Let's going to talk about that. Here we go. See that? Anyway, here it is. That's what's going on.
Back on there.
Huh? Right there?
There.
He's got.
Oh, he's a little.
That's a bag, but.
Look at those pants.
All right.
No, look at those pants he's wearing.
Anyway, oh yeah. You could tell, like. All right. Now this is that's Chris. That's right. That's Chris Griffith. See, we should be doing a Mo Love. I ain't got the camera on. We can do a Mo Love. All right, and this is what it is. Now I know you probably can't see it, so I blew it up. And I'll read along with you. Chris Blake Griffith on his Instagram states, "This is my life we're talking about. I don't know what you do with yours, but I'm doing something with mine, so it means something. I'm speaking from a perspective of facts, so to denounce the spreading of any misinformation, here's a synopsis. I'm familiar with Mr. Marshawn because of his half-brother. I was designing Leon Ohm, his half-brother's clothing line that resembles that of Forever 21's men's line. And Marshawn used to run my errands per his half-brother's demands as I worked on the line. We didn't work in close proximity, but he was around. Them other guys, I don't know. The derivative of all this shit is that Stefon tried to drug me, then have with me. And I escaped unscathed. I thank you, Jesus." Oh my God, I didn't have the button ready. Where is it?
That's because Jesus Christ is my name.
Thank you. I thank you, Jesus. But now knew his secret, and that didn't sit well with him. That's right. But I now knew his secret, and that didn't sit well with him. Weeks later, after his failed actual attempt on me, because I don't play like that and never have, Marshawn realized that I was no longer affiliated with his half-brother, and because he's broke, not even being funny, but like actually doesn't have money, plus has 3 kids, plus Stefon doesn't take care of him because he didn't meet him until he was like 12 years old or something like that. He saw a gap in what was once a strong relationship between his brother and I, and tried to rob my crib for my Chrome Hearts collection. Guys, I don't know if you know about Chrome Hearts, but that is expensive. I'm going to show you.
You're reading this whole nonsense, to be honest with you.
I have to.
He sounds like,
Anyway, he actually writes how he talks. Anyway, and I like that because it's good for the show. It's great for the show. But where was I? Rob my crib for my Chrome Hearts collection and more, jacket with 100+ crosses, multiple bags, etc. First thing he said when I got off the elevator was, "What's up with all that chrome?" Him and the 2 crash outs he tagged. Crash outs are like his thugs, his goons that are ready to crash out. Like, they're ready to go to war for him. Anyway, him and his 2 crash outs he tagged in to help him didn't give a damn about no cameras because they wanted my mouth closed about the closeted receiver. Hold on. Let me reread that. All right. What's up with all that chrome shit? Him and the 2 crash outs he tagged in to help him didn't give a damn about no cameras because they wanted my mouth closed about the closeted receiver and wanted to kill me and leave me in my apartment after they cleared it and cleaned up all my valuables. And that ain't even all the tea. First of all, a grown man saying tea, but saying he's not with that. Never mind. But everybody knows so much. They're going to run a narrative about theft to protect the fact that he drugged me and then tried to try me. That's right. He drugged me and tried to try me. But unlike the fruitful but unlike the fruitful thinker, I respectfully live my life as 100% straight man. That's amazing, because me personally, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Groovy. Family. Anyway, that doesn't dabble in experimentation unlike him, but the truth needs to be known. Motivation. The truth needs no motivation. It'll surface as need be. I can produce receipts like a printer. But y'all can continue comments telling me more about my life. All right, so basically, oh, that's an Annunaki for dummies. We're probably not going to make that, but maybe Friday. Maybe Friday, I'll do this with Mo Love. Right? We're going to Mo Love on Friday. We're Mo Loving on Friday.
Not live.
Oh, no, not live. Of course, we're going live. Sherry, you miss Debbie. You're going to have to rewind the show because she was on there for a little bit. I played a little taste of the forge you got to look forward to. Also, we're going to talk about you can talk about the Asian schools real quick. You think I can get away with the Asian schools? I could do the Mo Love. Let's do that on Mo Love too. Let's finish up with this. All right. So anyway, yeah, that's what they're saying. Now, check this out. That's what he wrote. Now I went back and I was looking, and where is it? That was Doko Kill. That's Diggs. Yo, I just found the he talks about the elevator. That's right. He said first thing when I got off the elevator was what's up with all that chrome shit, which means they tried to mop him out. Here's the story of it. This story was actually made in April 28th. So this must have took place in April. And it says NFL Stefon Diggs' brother, Derez Diggs, avoids jail time for involvement in elevator attack. And I believe this is the incident that's connected to the incident with Chris Blake Griffith. Now let's check out Chris Blake Griffith real quick, everybody. I saw his Instagram. Where is it? Instagram. That's my Instagram. Are you Is that all you're doing? Is
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at what you're posting.
Okay.
And what you're showing.
All right. So this says Derez Diggs, who is the brother of former Buffalo Bills star wide receiver Stefon Diggs, now part of Houston Texans, and current Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs, they're all brothers, has been sentenced to 2 years probation for his involvement in a brutal elevator attack. The attack, which occurred in Los Angeles last year, was seemingly orchestrated by Derez. But could Stefon be behind it? I'm adding extras there. That's me personally. Here's Derez right here. Look at it. The Vans, the yellow socks, the black, the slouched there. The slouched. He's on some entourage type ish. Anyway, it says that footage from the LA apartment building showed the former XFL player meeting a man, damn, Derez playing the XFL, later identified as Christopher Griffith, outside an elevator when they seemingly exchanged a few words. So the words that they had exchanged was, hold on, what's up with those chrome heart shit? Remember that? That's what he said when they got off the elevator. He's like, what's up with the chrome heart shit? All right, so they seemingly exchanged a few words. Griffith is seen attempting to leave. Like, man, they showing him. It is Christopher Griffith. But the rest stops the elevator doors from closing with his hands. Oh, like a scary movie. Like, oh, bitch, I think I'm going to make it to the elevator. And then, like, the door's about to close. And bam, the hand steps in there. And next thing you know, it's Bishop looking at Q. Evelyn, do you know what reference I just made?
No.
I'm a failure. Don't worry. We'll watch Juice. We will watch Juice later. All right. So I've been trying to catch her up on the movies of my culture. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. We'll watch it. It's a good movie too. You'll like it. You're gonna be like, it's old, but you're gonna be like, oh, I remember him. I know who that is. All right. So anyway.
Yeah, you know I don't like old movies.
I know, but don't worry. It's like a new old movie. It's a new one. Don't worry. It's in color. So seemingly exchanged words and then attended two additional men. He told the two crash out, appeared to be with the Rez, then entered the elevator and immediately attacked Griffith. The Rez posse beat and dragged the individual across the floor as the former XFL star stood back and watched, goon style. He should have lit a cigar with $100 bill while he was standing back there. But anyway, the Rez and the other two attackers then dragged Griffith into the lobby of the building and stole personal belongings from him. You know, the jacket with the 100 crosses and shit, and the chrome hearts. Sorry. Anyway, he cut a deal. He avoided jail time, cut deal. Here's the brothers together. Trevon, Darez, and Stefon. All together chilling. Now, according to TMZ, the former XFL player is avoiding jail time for his involvement in the elevator attack as he cut a deal with prosecutors. The Reds opted to plead no contendo, aka no contest, to a single felony charge of grand theft from an individual, and authorities have dismissed the additional felony robbery charge that the Reds was facing. But should he have gotten a attempted murder charge because Blake Griffith is accusing him of trying to kill him. He is accusing these guys, well, he's saying in his Instagram post that these guys tried to kill him because he escaped from Stefon Diggs drugging him to have with him. Crazy. That's the Rez right here. At the time of the incident.
That story?
Yo.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is where it gets good. Because at the time of the incident, LAPD was told that I'm reading this as we're all reading this. That LAPD, because I just found this. Like, remember you came in, you bought the lemonade? I had just pulled this up, and I was like, oh, this must have been an attack right here. So anyway, the three men had stolen an orange purse. Orange purse. Orange purse.
Okay.
Y'all don't got to clap at everything.
Containing diamonds and other jewelry. Now, shortly after, Christopher Griffith sued the Reds, claiming he was left with pain, suffering, and emotional distress from an attack. Additionally, he filed a lawsuit seeking $100,000 in compensation for jewelry and other belongings he alleges were in his possession at the time of the incident. The civil case remains ongoing. The Reds has never publicly commented on the incident, and that's him. Now, he's the brother of Stefon Diggs. He's a former XFL player, played at Marion University, transferred to Alabama at Birmingham. Not the Alabama, but Alabama at Birmingham. Anyway, the Reds now runs the lifestyle band Blue Boy. So it seems like he has a clothing brand, and this is exactly the stuff that Buddy's saying. He says it's definitely hard to part ways with a guy that's been very instrumental in our success. Yeah. That was his coach. And they talk about Stefon Diggs. We're not worried about that because they go out of there. But here it is. That's him. He said he was drugging him. Now, I went to this guy's, Blake Griffith's Instagram, Ev. And the way I can describe him, like, because we were trying to figure out, like, what is he? And on his Instagram page, it says that he does. Hold on. Let me go to it.
He does what?
Let me go to it. Chris Freak. He manages like a lifestyle brand. Ultimately, I can't believe I can't. Why can't I find this? I was on Instagram. Oh, I think I clicked off of it. But I was on his page. But when you look at his page, he's dressed all eclectically. He's tatted up. He has a baby. It looks like he has a girlfriend in these pics. He says he's not down with that foo-foo-ness. But when I look at his Instagram, he is a mott. Have you ever heard of the word mott? Huh, love?
No, what's that?
He's a male thought. Yo, he's an Instagram thought. He's an Insta thought. Like,
you just said he got
yo,
a girlfriend or whatever.
I'm amazed though, because honestly, yeah, he does have but that doesn't mean he can't necessarily be an Instagram thought. You know, I think you already have some, like, where you want to go. To me, when I just read this little Yahoo blipper that I just read, it shows that, there was they had a dust up. And now he's claiming that the dust up happened because Stefon Diggs is gay and drugging people like Diddy. Now, do we believe him? Is he bringing Stefon into it when it just seems to me that it was like he was probably hanging out more with Derez? Because it seems like he is in the brand making life, he's a brand manager. And Derez has a brand.
What I don't agree with in this story, and I'm not going to say I don't believe him because I don't really know, like you said,
right, speculation.
Came out. Oh yeah, I don't want to make a conclusion, but what's a little weird to me is that he's saying I have all these receipts, but then he still hasn't posted any receipts. So you can't just come out of your mouth and say this, and that, but then you have no proof because it's not okay. We can't just come out and say stuff about people without having anything to back it up with. Although he's saying he does, he hasn't shown any of it. So whether he's doing it because he wants them to pay him off and go away, I don't know, perhaps.
Right.
Or he's doing it for attention, we don't know. But I don't want to, I already know how all these people online, especially like him, people like him, they're trying to bring new people to their page. So even if that involves messing somebody's life over, they will do it. They have zero problems.
They have,
They're like Kanye says, any bad publicity is probably better than good publicity.
Right.
So, yeah, a lot of them do that. A lot of them come out and they're liars, and everybody calls them liars, and they have all this traffic coming to their page. You just said that you went to his page. You never heard of him before. I've never heard of him before. We're looking to who he is. Do you see? This is what they're looking for.
I can tell you one thing I didn't do. I did not add him. I didn't follow him or anything. I didn't follow him specifically for that reason.
You don't have to
right.
Is the traffic coming to their page?
Yep.
You know what I mean? How many views are you getting? You don't gotta like it.
Yep.
So they're not dumb. They know what they're doing, and not only that, but the more people that go in there, he's gonna be pushed out more to other people. The more people, that people. For example, you went to his page. He may come up on my timeline now because you're friends with me. You know what I'm saying? Like those things. That's the algorithm, and that's how it works. And now he might come up on keep coming up on your stuff.
Right.
You may be intrigued and keep looking at his page. Like that's. For whatever reason, algorithm came and messed everything up, in my opinion.
Right.
But that's
well, let's not blame it on the algorithm, because honestly, you can separate algorithm for the word audience. It's just the stuff that we choose to look at that's getting all this traction on here. Like at the end of the day, we like to say algorithm, blame it on computer. Really, it's all of us that click on this bullshit. I'm not saying that this bullshit or not, truth or not. However, I find it funny, maybe just like you, that when I looked at the Yahoo thing, that, look, bro, like you're originally claiming that these guys are trying to kill you, and now you're suing them for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, it does not make sense to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not that rich guy, but if you try to end my life, if you try to take my my cinnamon ring from me, my cinnamon sonic ring from me, and kill me because I wouldn't give my cinnamon ring up to you, then bro, like I'm not going online with it. I'm not going online with it. And now that we know that they are in a lawsuit and he's trying to get hundreds of thousands of dollars for allegedly stolen jewelry that was stolen from him, I have to put a big ass couple of rocks of Epsom salt into what he's saying. Because, like, honestly, and when I look at him and I look at his Instagram page, like, if he was a girl, he would have a BBL with the waist trainer stomach and tats, and he would be, like, drinking food and eating foods, and you just see tattoo arms and stuff like that. He is a male Instagram thought, bro. He is. His job, like, he don't do nothing. He just lives a lifestyle. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but, he is just living a life. He gets dressed, he takes pictures, he looks cool. That is his whole entire existence. I mean, and he does fashion, of course. Like, he does fashion, but I mean, like, is it really hard to take two sweatshirts and sew them together? Is it? Probably. I can't do it.
I've been wondering how these people, how all these people make money. Like people that are online, that live off of making videos, and I'm like, how are they? Who's watching them? Who's following them? Like, I am, but again, it's not my type of thing. Perhaps it's other people, but it makes me wonder, what in the world?
It's crazy. Love, let me show you something. Yo, you remember, real quick, you remember when I bought Kiki that, look at this. When I bought Kiki that unicorn and you squeeze the stomach and like fangs popped out. Look at that. What the hell is this?
Right.
Are you looking at this? I'm going to play it with sound.
You didn't get her that one, though.
I didn't get her this. Look at, but it was something like that. It was like a cute little unicorn.
Yeah, it was something like.
And then you squeeze the stomach and it's like eyes rolled up and its fangs came out. Buddy said, holy shit. That is crazy. That's crazy.
There you are, people like you buying dumb stuff.
I would definitely buy that. I would. It wouldn't be dumb. We'd be laughing at it for like 3 days. It would be worth the money. It would definitely be worth the money.
I would never be good.
Yo, you know what else I saw?
It's 9:15. It's 9:15. I don't know if you want to keep going the show, but I think I have been on long enough.
Yeah, you got to go.
I gotta go. I've been on here too long.
You gotta go. Yeah, you gotta get ready for the Mo Love show. Everybody, that's Ev Love, one half of the Mo Love team. Check us out. We'll be on Friday. I already got a show for you already. It's already sewn up for you because it's the ending of this entire odyssey that we've been on, plus more. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but it's too late for me. I'm old man now, but talking shit, getting clicks. It has been, you might as well stay on, it doesn't matter. It's not Thursday night, it's Wednesday, and it's the wee episodes. And I think my computer just crashed. Oh, no it didn't. We in here still. There's this thing I was trying to look for. I can't find it. It's not that one. That one. Not that one. Maybe that one. Yeah. Yo, everybody, thanks for coming out. Mainline, Aunt Sherry, Tormenta, POE Cast, Ramin, Caro, Love, and everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sharice, my cousin. Thanks for checking me out. Click like, share, subscribe. We got the call-in line. Call in next time. I might have Miss Debbie on here soon. Maybe Mo Love might have a guest. Yeah, we'll hold her. We'll hold it down. Anyway, this is what we do Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. And I'll check you guys later. Be on the lookout for that Miss Deb interview. It's gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna hate me for it, but you're gonna kind of love. You're gonna love it, but you're gonna hate me for it. I don't know. It's not worth it unless there's no risk or some shit like that. Anyway, talking shit, getting clicks. Oh yeah. What am I doing? Talking shit, getting clicks. Come on, 3 times. We out.